Boy Jake V here. We're gonna do a little regional deck file and recap of how it went. So basically, I went X1-1, so I went 7-1-1. I was the only X1-1 not to top 8. I came in 9th place, so I didn't get my another regional top. But I was doing great the whole day. I was 6-0, and then I lost to the person who came in second. If he won, I definitely would have came in top 8, but he lost last round, and it happens like that. But it was a great event. It was my first real event with Nekroz, so I'm just gonna go over how it went down. These are all my matches in here. So I played against a guy named Evan, really nice guy. He called himself Mr. Negative because he was always like, "Oh, I'm gonna lose this game." And then he beat me game 2, and I was like, "Oh," so there's a little spoiler, I guess. So game 1, I beat him. He was playing Cliffort, and that was my first Cliffort matchup with this deck. I didn't know if it was good or bad. I beat him game 1 though, so I guess it's pretty good. I exitoned him, and it was just over. Game 2 he beat me, and game 3 I beat him. And the game 3 is the only game I remember vividly. I made an exiton thinking I had 3 cards in hand, because if I had 3 cards I was going to ditch Brio to go down to 2 cards in hand and then chain exiton, which I do all the time. It was a great play. But I had 4 cards in hand, so I couldn't exiton him, so I just passed my turn. So he couldn't kill the exiton, and I just won. I guess the Exiton didn't matter that I had. Next round, I played against a guy named Tom, also playing Cliffort. Game 1, I went Manju, Unicorn, Kaleido. He Mind Crushed the Unicorn. I trished him and he scooped. I didn't know what he was playing, so all I saw was a Mind Crush, and the back row he didn't let get banished. He just scooped up. So I didn't know what he was playing, but he played Mind Crush, so I took out 3 Book of Eclipse and put in 3 Decree, because I thought he was going to let me go first, and I would just have decrees. Game 2, he went Scout, sacrifice on a carrier. I drew, and I think I Diamond Direwolfed the sacrifice, and then trished him, and then he was in a really bad position, and I just eventually won out the game by drawing Decree. So 2-0, played against Cliffort. Then I played against a kid named Tucker. He was playing Satellanite. This is my first of many Satellanites throughout the day. Game 1 I beat him, and game 2 I beat him. Game 2 though, I was out of resources. He mirror forced me twice, and I just lost everything because I just wasn't expecting it, because I didn't see it game 1 at all. But game 2, I went to 0 resources. All I had left was a Valk. I didn't even have preps. All I had in my deck were Manjus and Senjus and Rhodas with nothing to search. So I had a Valk and Decrees, of course, which I was looking for, Decrees and Denkoseka. And I finally drew a Decree. I'm like, I'm not attacking. Set the Decree, pass. He couldn't draw another monster to make rank 4. He set a back row. I decreed him, and I just won. So right now I'm 3-0. I was Satellanite. Then I played against my first mirror match of the day. His name is JR. I felt so bad. So game 1, he emptiness, and then he killed it. I think he upstarted or something like that. Killed it, and then he tried to Jin lock me, so I maxied him, and then I drew him to the Valor the Wobble Chain, and then gamed him. Well, not really game, but I trished him, so it was basically over. I had a lot of cards in hand due to the maxi. And then game 2, I went first turn Arc, and I knew he was like decent when he just like questioned it, not really knowing what was happening, because I had the Arc Emptiness play, so I just flipped Emptiness. He had no out in his deck. And then when he went to put his stuff away, his bag got stolen in the match. I felt so bad. He was telling me and my friends, like, after, how he had like $15 worth of cards in there. I hate stuff like that when that shit happens. So right now I'm 4-0. Then I played against another Satellanite guy. His name was also Tom. 2-0'd him. This was round 5, I believe. Yeah. So basically, game 1, I just trished him. Like, he finished, and I trished it, negating it, and then I cycled back the trish and won. And then game 2, I went Jinlock, set Decree, but before I could get the Jinlock and the Decree at the same time, I just set 2 Decrees and ended. And he went Lavalval Chain, dump Spell Canceller, go. I go end phase Decree. He goes call the haunted target Spell Canceller. I go chain another Decree, and then I just made a Jinlock and he lost. So I'm 5-0 right now. And then I played against a guy named Andres, and he was playing Satellanites as well. beat him 2-0. Pretty simple. Then I played, this is round 7, this is my first loss. Little spoiler there. I played against a guy named Gar. He came in 2nd place out of like the regional, so I lost him game 1, and then game 2. I didn't know that Lancia said only your opponent, I mean neither player can banish. I probably would have decided mirror over it, but if Lancia had his Trish, I couldn't Valk, and then I couldn't like survive, so I couldn't Lancia the Trish, and I just had to let his Trish resolve, and then I lost that game in time. If I won that game, which I could have, if Lancia didn't suck. I'm just kidding. Lancia was really good. I'll tell you another story about it. But if I knew what it did, I would have just had a mirror, and then I would have mirrored him, and I would have won, and we would have had a draw. But he did 2-0 me. First loss of the day. So I'm 6-1 right now. Then played against a guy named Nate. He was playing Yang Zing. I didn't really know what to do after I used my Dweller. I summoned it turn 1, which I really shouldn't have. I should have saved it. But I used it turn 1, and I eventually just beat him. I Jinlocked him, and he can't win after that. And then game 2, I decreed him. He popped the decree. And then he went activated Zhao 2, ditch 2. I went emptiness and face flip another decree, so my emptiness is gone. And then I just trished him, and it was over. 2-0'd him. And so right now I'm 7-1. Last round, all I want to do is win. If I was going to intentionally draw, not really. That would be stupid, because what's it called? People were intentionally drawing so they could top, but I was thinking if we draw, then what's it called? Then I don't top, because my person, I had a big feeling he was gonna lose because he was playing the great Gaitzen Georges. So we played it out, and he beat me game 1, and then with 20 minutes left, I beat him game 2, but I beat him in time. They called time as I drew and gamed him, so I drew there, and then that was my record. I went 7-1-1 with Nekroz, my first real event with it, so that was pretty cool. Why isn't this going on? There we go. So I did come in 9th place, the only X11 to do that. But I guess we'll get straight to the deck that I was playing. Alright, so obviously it was Nekroz. 2 Brionic, 2 Colossus. Some people don't like 2 of it. I think it's great because sometimes Shrit runs out of stuff to search for, and it's just an easy card to side out. 3 Unicorn and 3 Valk. Some people were talking to me before the tournament about not playing 3 Valk, and I was just questioning them so much, because that card is crazy. Trish. I didn't play Gungnir or Decisive Armor. So then 2 Shrit and the Jin. This card came in my hand so much, I honestly just want a rare. I drew this card almost every game, but it was fine because I got the Jinlock him twice. Like, against one of my Satonic guys, I tributed this from the hand to summon Colossi Torrential, and then I just banished it to summon a Trish. And then 3 Banju, 3 Senju, and then for hand traps, I played 3 Valor, and I was playing 3 Shared Ride in the main, but my friend told me right before, like, when he just got there, he's on my team, shout out to Team Sean Rye. Sean Rye told me to put in, 3 Maxi, and the card was just phenomenal throughout the whole day. I could stack it with Valk and then draw it, and then it's just so much better going second, because if they're going to go off, if they're going to do the Valkyries play, and I Maxi them, they're going ham, just not to get trished. So, those are all the monsters. For spells, I played 2 Cycle, 2 Mirror, 2 Kaleido, 2 Rhoda, and then as you can see, I cut DD Warrior Lady because I thought that 3 Book of Eclipse was better. I know having a searchable out to Jin is great, but I usually always have one of these, and I'm not going to waste this on a Valor. Actually, probably I will, if they're leaving shit out, but I usually always wanted to save one of these for the Jinlock, but I eventually, against the guy, Gar, that I lost to, I drew 2 of these opening hand both games, and he just never Jinlocked me. So I was pretty tight about that, but this did stop a Valor and a Valor on my Exiton. So that was really good. My last stat was Regeki. This card was good against everything. BA should all, you just make a Dweller and then Raigeki them. Rep. And Emptiness. Emptiness I also wasn't playing. I was playing 3 Rhoda with no D2 or Lady, so my friend said that put an Emptiness in the main, and that's how I won against one of my Nekroz matchups, because I just made it on an Arc Emptiness. So that's the main deck. Now to side deck. I played 2 Lancia. So this card was really bad against that guy Gar, because I just didn't know what it did, but then I kind of got more used to it for the last Nekroz match. And when I beat him, I just had the Lancia, and he went Mirror. I went Chain Lancia. I got to see his hand. All he had was a Trish and a Maxi, and I just won. But it was a little too late. But this card was very... It won me that game single-handedly, but it lost me another game single-handedly, so it's really iffy. I still need more testing before YCS Ohio, which I am going to. See you there. 2 Denko Seka. Card was MVP. 3 MST. I don't think I drew this. I think I drew this card once, and it hit a Necro Valley, so that was really good. 3 Shared Ride. I didn't bring this card in once. My philosophy was I'll bring this in if I win game 1 in the mirror match. Actually, no, I don't even think. Let me think about this. I think I did bring this in once because oh yeah. So going first, if I beat them game 1, I'm gonna bring this in, and if I lose, I'm gonna bring this in because I'll be going second, and this is only good going first. So I did bring this in once. And then the best card inside deck, Decree. It is crazy how happy I am that I drew multiples of this card every single game that I sided in. It was like, it's either I drew 0 or 2. Like, it was crazy. Like, 2 Decrees you just can't beat. And then 2 Breakthrough Skills. I sided this in for BA and what's it called, Nekroz. And I also bring this in against the Tellers because I know they play spell cancelers, so I play this over 1 Veiler because Breakthrough just needs to stop that spell canceler. And you can Lavalva chain this, which is crazy. You can just dump it so you can negate stuff if you know they're playing decks like that. 2 Heralds in this extra deck, obviously. 2 Blue Eyes. I never needed an 11, so I did need 2 Blue Eyes though. That came up once last round. The Lavalva chain. This is just going to be rank 4s. The Lavalva chain. Rhapsody. Rhapsody came up a lot. Abyss Dweller. Exiton. Exiton came up every single game round 1, and then I never made it after that. Actually, no, I made it, what's it called, against Gar. And then the Valor and I both closed. Arc made it once just for the Emptiness lock. Emerald made it a lot. Direwolf countless times. Cowboy never gamed someone with it. Dragon Zero never made it, but it was just in there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna replace it yet. Like I got Samurai or something that can do cool stuff. Castell. I was gonna make this, and then I made the Exiton instead. I still can't really think of any times I made it. Actually, yes, I made this against what's his name? I made this. I just know I made this. I think I had a Trish, I made it against the Telenites, and I had a Trish, a Kloss, and something else. But I won that. And then the last card was Crab King, just so I could kill towers if anyone dropped it on me. But yeah, so that is the deck list and regional report. I came in 9th once again. Sorry, it was a little bumpy. I should have done this the night of. I did it the next day and I forgot some stuff, but stuff came back to me. So, yeah, the deck is fairly solid. Side deck wise, I'd probably switch out Lancias for Mirror of the Ice Barrier. But I'm not 100% positive of it. I might put in Kaikus. I know these are the cards that need to be switched. Everything else is freaking perfect. But main deck wise, great. And that's really the deck. It's just so good. And thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Boy Jake V.